Hey all, I know that there's no videos on my channel yet, but I feel like this is an important thing to discuss. So if you read the title, you know what this video is going to be about. I really wanted to post this today on October 11th, since it's National Coming Out Day, and I feel like this is something that not many people really discuss about. And I should probably introduce myself. I am Mio. I am 18 years old, I am from Finland, and I am studying to hopefully become a concept artist or something like that for video games. I am pansexual and non-binary, and of course those who don't know any LGBT vocabulary might not know what non-binary is. Non-binary is an umbrella term for those genders that don't belong to the male-female gender binary, and it's something everyone experiences differently. You might hear a lot of stories about people who knew that they were LGBT as 4-year-olds, but that was not the case for me at all. I think I started suspecting myself very late compared to a lot of others, and I started suspecting myself more and more when I was around 15 maybe, and I even drew this illustration when I was 16 in 2016, and that was when all of this was very heavily on my mind, and it made a lot of things much worse. I'm already an overthinker, and not understanding my identity definitely didn't help that. And since I started suspecting the fact that I was bisexual, obviously because I noticed that I liked girls too, of course, and then I slowly tried to accept it, and of course I was in the closet for some time, and despite I actually was happy with the label, it was something that I realized that this might actually work with me, that this might actually be how I feel, but obviously that wasn't the case since I'm making this video. And because I learned that I might be bisexual, I started getting more into the LGBT community, and I found the term non-binary. The term summed up a lot of what I was feeling. I didn't feel comfortable in my female-born body anymore. I felt like I wanted to be a boy, but not always, and not really. There were days that I was fine with having this female body, and I liked dressing up feminine, but then there were most days when I absolutely hated it. I didn't want this body, and I felt miserable. And of course all of these feelings were really confusing, and of course then I found the term non-binary, which explained everything to me. So I slowly started to incorporate the term in my life. I started following non-binary people on Instagram. I actually made characters that identified as they and them, and I of course researched it more and more, the term, and I even found a name for it in my native language that I'm gonna show on the screen. And I also took up the label pansexual this time, because it seemed more fitting for me, as it included all genders, including all non-binary people. But despite finding the term, I was afraid to take up the label myself, because there are still people, even in the LGBT community, that think that non-binary people don't exist. And I was scared. What if I'm just faking it? What if I'm just faking the whole thing? What if all of this is in my head? Also, just a hint, if you're feeling this way, it's very likely that you're not faking it. Because it's true, it is in your head, and it's called dysphoria, because you're not in the right body, or you're not feeling the right way. I've also heard a lot of people saying that my preferred pronouns, which are they and them, are hard to use because they're plural. And I'll give you some examples on the screen on how to use them, and it's not that hard really. It's not that different from using she or he. I want people to understand and respect the pronouns that non-binary people have. They and them, they are not that hard to use, and if you find them hard to use, learn to use them. It's better for everyone really. And now around this time I'm trying to embrace this identity that I have, and I'm still exploring on how to be more comfortable in my body. And just a hint for those who present more masculine like I do, trans tape does wonders for your chest, and it says bye-bye to dysphoria, at least for a bit, and it makes it a bit better. And of course I am still trying to figure out how to express my non-binary identity. And that's the end of my story, really. And I'm hoping you all have a good day and happy coming out day.